how are we doing? So, we're getting back into the flow of things. Like I stated, we are integrating. Using more of our throat chakra, and this is where it's like you putting your foot down, you standing up for whatever it is you're calling in this season. And when I did the shadow pull, that let me reiterate, because this isn't a one-day job. It's not. So I did it actually on my podcast for the week. This time, I did this one on my podcast. We had the Ascension, Observer, Destruction, and the Void. And so the main focus was our throat chakra. And it had the theme of impatience. And so it's like you overworking, or maybe you're rushing communication in from someone, something, whatever the case may be. And so it's like knowing that we have a lot of planets that are currently in retrograde as well around this time. You don't want to put out too much to the universe to where you don't have the capacity to handle that, which is what we're gearing up to get ready for. So it's like knowing that you need to be resting because you have a lot of things that are going to come in for you, because energetically you're aligning yourself to the frequency of those things. And of course we can use all these cliche terms, but I'm gonna just give you an example. Saying you want to get a new job and or a new biz, or you want to open a business. Now, saying the last job you had was a physical laboring job on the body, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to transition to a new job, or you lose your job, or whatever the case may be, and you need to rest. Physically, you need to be resting. Mentally, you need to be clearing out any of the people, whatever place, whatever the case may be. You need to start clearing that out of your energetic field. You do not want to take those thoughts. You do not want to take the perceptions that you've had, people, places, and things, even past relationships. So it's like you need to start clearing out the things that do not serve you, which is pretty much the destruction and the void. It's kind of like you observing yourself in this season, like, okay, well, this is what I've been doing. This is the cycles I keep repeating. These are the thought patterns I keep repeating. And these are the things that I'm not showing up for and getting done in my personal life. On top of me wanting to be the spiritual being, me wanting to, participate in a lot of the things that are going on. And so it's like, okay, accountability is the first thing. And so on the podcast, I actually put a PDF file of you answering these questions. And the first question is, what is happening with others and behind the scenes? And it was ascension. So the word ascension pretty much is just where everybody is going through their dark nights of the soul. Everyone is being faced with themselves, which is pretty much what majority of these retrogrades are showing us. And so if you like just getting into the energy of that, what is surrounding that? What is it that you need to know about this ascension? How can you be patient with yourself? Because impatience came out. So how can you be patient while this ascension happens? In order for you to get the things that it is that you desire, what is it that has to happen? And look what comes out. I can't make it up. You get the Judgment card. You get the World card. You get the Ten of Swords with the Hermit. So this is pretty much the ascension. It's the awakening. You realizing, okay, wait, if I have all the power to manifest, to create, to be, to do, I just know I need to go within myself, pull that version up out of me, break free from whatever these mental games, looking at, oh, snaps. This is the Hangman at the bottom, looking at things from that different perspective. And it's like, okay, well, if I go within myself, figure out what it, like, I'm carrying around all this pain, this hurt, these thoughts, everything that I keep looping myself back in, which is causing me to continue to repeat these cycles. Why do I keep choosing this? And so this is pretty much ascension right here. Breaking free from whatever those limitations that you've been holding yourself back from. Letting go of it, giving it back to, releasing that energy. When they say energy can't be created or destroyed, that's not true. It has to be. You have to break that energy completely down to the absolute state of technically nothingness, none of it existence, so that you can rebuild literally from that energy around surrounding it. So yes, negative ions, they do have, like, it doesn't mean in a sense like you can't create energy, but in a sense is when you're pulling that in, it has to come from somewhere. So you have to strip the things that do not serve you. You genuinely do. If not, you're going to keep carrying this weight around on you, and it's going to show. You're going to have that in your emotional field continuously. You're going to have those thoughts. So it's like you do have to train the muscle. You do have to train that muscle to keep showing up, to keep applying yourself, to keep doing that things. And yes, you may be feeling the weight of that, but that's the beauty. Like the mind and body they are in sync, but they have their own nervous system. They do. Even your digestive system. We literally have 3 different nervous systems. So that therefore knowing that the body is electromagnetic, and if you are not what am I trying to say? If you are not making sure that your magnetism is leveled, you will always be creating at a low vibration, and that is what the masses want. And so with this King of Pentacles, like we know, Pentacles are slow moving, but they're the earthly realm for us. Those are material possessions to help. These are your abundance. These are the things in the 3D that it is that you want. What are you working on? You want to make sure you're level-headed, you're balanced. You want to make sure you're being practicality, but then you want to also know that you are a spiritual being, so you need to apply your spiritual knowledge and the things, the tools, whatever you have during this season. And so this gets to the next question that I asked, and how are you playing a part in this? So knowing that there's an ascension going on, and you know it, when there's an ascension, you can ascend negatively. You can revert back to an old version of yourself because you're clinging too hard on that version. And so it's like ascension is not always you being the best version of yourself. If you are in a survival state or you're in a lack mentality, you're going to manifest from that, and that'll be a version of you that you don't want. And so it's like, if you ask yourself, I want to get on the highest timeline, or you want to be the best version, or you want to be the most confident, or that version of you don't think those negative thoughts, don't do some of the things that you do. That version has boundaries. That person has the discipline to keep showing up, to keep doing the work. It's just that simple. So how are you playing a part in this? What is it that you need to do for this King of Pentacles? How can you show up for this? It's like, okay, well, if I know ascension is going on, regardless of how I see it, I just have to sit back and observe myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions this season. Okay, cool. You get the 9 of Pentacles. The 8 is still here. So it's like, you just have to accept, you have to work on, and you just need to say, okay, well, I've done some work. I have. And I can't be so hard on myself. Let me just enjoy what I do have. Let me just be grateful for what I do have, what I can obtain. And it's like knowing that the little you may have is all that you need to literally skyrocket you to the next thing, to the next phase. So it's like you're going after the attainment of these things with this new beginning that's trying to come in with you, but it's like you're going to just have to keep pushing. This is where it's like you have to build that capacity to keep moving forward, to keep, you have to adapt to these situations and changes. Life is about change. Life is about evolution. It is, You get the Magician that comes out with the Knight of Swords. So it's going to be fast-moving energy that is coming in, which is why I stated you need to make sure you're getting your rest. Make sure you're doing your cleansing this time, because that is very, very important, which gets to the next question, which is what actions or steps do you need to take? You got to start. You have to just put that out. You have to put the foot to the pedal so you can keep moving forward. So with this, you get the Tower. You get a Tower that comes in, because it's like you have to let that fall. You have to go through the rough period. You do, and not necessarily in a negative way. It's just knowing that this is something different for you, whatever the case may be. But you get the Wheel of Fortune. But it's kind of like you can either sit in your pity, dwell in the pity, and then you'll just keep looping in the pity, and then you'll always be down. You'll always feel as though you're without. Or you can say, okay, cool, I don't have what I want. I understand that everything that I've known, the veil is lifted. They're stripping the illusions. It's not real. It doesn't even matter. Okay, cool. Now that I know that, what do I need to start doing? You accept this in the beginning, and you just start showing up, right? Because you got to make sure you're resting. You get the Temperance that comes with it. So I'm understanding, okay, well, I'm going to go through this Tower moment, whether I want to or not. And as you can see, these are major arcana. So this is not like just today. These are the things that are literally going to be happening over a period of time. But you're still working. You're still showing up. Today, the emotions may be, you may feel sad and down. But it's like, well, I'm not, where I want to be energetically. But me knowing I can still show up and show out. Do so. being level-headed, making sure you are applying the practicalities of life, because you have to show up in the 3D. You do. So with this Tower and this Temperance, you get the Queen of Pentacles. You still come out on the other winning side. You do. And you know, this is heavy Pentacles out here. So it's kind of like you knowing that you have to show up and do exactly what it is that you want to do and you need to do. So, you know, maybe you're not used to having a lot, and so you don't know how to manifest from abundance, and that's okay. Speak them. Start visualizing what abundance will look like to you. Write it down. Go within yourself. What does that look like? You don't have to live check to check. You don't, because you may be used to that, but that does not have to be your everyday reality. You may not be used to having the best things or nicer things in life, but it's kind of like you have to break free from that. Like you genuinely do. And so this is what gets to the final outcome of the situation. You keep showing up. You keep pouring into whatever it is you want to grow and achieve out here. It's just as simple. You keep pouring into it. What is it? What is it? Fill that void. Fill the void. The void. You gotta go within yourself. Standing in your power. You get the Queen of Wands. So it's like, regardless of what low energy or who's attacking you, whatever's attacking you, it doesn't matter. Don't matter. You're gonna keep moving forward. That's it's a part of life. You learn and you grow. You make decisions. If you don't like the outcome of that decision, you make another decision. It's literally that simple. You keep moving forward. So yeah, keep going after whatever it is you want this season. Keep working. You keep working towards it. Take what you got and just move forward. You've achieved so many things. You've learned so many things. You know, this is the 10. This is that completion. So it's kind of like you knowing that I take what I have with the Magician. I know I'm confident. I love myself. I show up for myself. I'm going to keep working on these things. I'm going to keep moving forward. You know, life is all about lessons, trials, and tribulations. I don't have to continue to repeat them if I don't like the outcomes of them. But saying I do, and I keep showing up, and I keep feeling fulfilled, that is what I'm going to pour into. So it's like you can pour into your doubts. You can pour into the BS, or you can say, I don't like living that no more. I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to switch it up. You can reinvent yourself each and every day if you want to. So give us one more to close it out. I got to start at the bottom, but you get to this Two of Swords, so it's kind of like, okay, here we are again, back at the beginning, starting over. Yeah, you get justice behind that, because they can't hold you down to the Three of Swords behind that with death. Exactly. You just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. So congratulations as you keep pouring into whatever it is. Break free from whatever this 10 is, because now you're down back again to the 2. And so it's like you're going to keep repeating these things, but not in a negative way. It's kind of like, okay, what am I wanting out of life? What is it that fulfills me? How can I pour into me while also pouring into others, making sure that I'm fulfilling my purpose, my destiny, and showing up for the things that I need to also show up for? That's literally all you have to do this season. So, yeah. Close out whatever, because the first energy that we had pulled when I did the shadow pull, it was the 8 of Swords with the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot. So it was like you were already in a mental prison, if you ask me, and you were trying to break free. But you had to walk away. You genuinely had to walk away from it. And because you made it harder than what it needed to be, it may showed up differently. And it's kind of like, now look at us. But don't hold on to that. Too bad. Because it's what you don't see. I'm telling you, I just said you just have to walk away from whatever this was. But you keep moving forward. Literally. Can't make it up. And sometimes that's the best decision to do, is to just walk the fuck away. Congratulations. Congratulations. So, keep filling that void. Well, let us get a healing oracle message today. So this was a follow-up for our shadow read. I personally like to grow and heal. So I don't need to, I don't really say, oh, this is, I always specify exactly what the reading's for. So if you listen to the podcast that I put on Spotify, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if not, I did clarify in this what it was based on. So, and you can go back to the reading that I placed when I say you need to start paying yourself first is where it started. Acceptance. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus I advance in freedom on the path to light. So accepting your situation. Accepting it all. And let's get a angel. I just wanted one, but okay. Detox your friendships, conscious consumer, no more complaining. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. You have the power to heal and to help the world with your decisions to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simple and you purchase only what is needed. Complaints are affirmation of the victimhood, which is never truly spiritual. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have abundance of choice and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So start accepting your reality for what it is and people for who they are and what they are. Ask for your needs to be met and start holding people accountable. You know, everybody is not a friend. Remember that. Put people in their right category. And so I say that because if everybody is on their ascension journey, you might not be part of their evolution for that version of them. Like saying, I'm gonna give you a good example, saying y'all both smoke and drink now, and you don't want to smoke and drink when you get to your next job or whatever the case may be. That person, if they continue to do that, they're not for you. And that's just that. That's the end of that. There's no explaining, no going back and forth. It's the end of that. But just wanted to come in and do a follow-up on that. So instead of worrying about the future, you know that all is well when you align in the moment. So focus on the moment and you'll get everything you desire.